Now with open eye and clear mind as usual. Now I welcome una come on top the portmanteau today. This other show where we dey tell una say they get in mind to chook mouth for all the matters where other programs them not if you chook mouth put. And now me, Osagato, that fine, proud Vinny boy. One of now they call talk. Now justice is that so. And another year alone, as usual, I dey here with that my honorable fellow. Sorry. He don't say mo no color. Mo could not put honorable for his name again.
Exactly.
He said mo could come out the honorable. Mo just a call am fellow. But something must come before the fellow now.
I tell you, doctor. How you go see they call me honorable with everything wey dey happen for our country? Like say you don't know. You want put me for trouble. Now you dey call me honorable. I don't tell you say I don't want that honorable again. Comot that name. Just call me the fellow way they always call me. Not be this same country where we say honorable. They say you go make Uber driver disappear. Honorable water magician. I don't understand. Say how you want to make the Uber driver disappear? And say you go just tell us oh parada.
Abi go sort of
Yeah, bro. You know.
Abi that car where they carry one leg up. The person go just disappear.
Bro, I suspect you. You be original Benin man.
No, now waiting we dey watch for movie now.
So no come honorable again. Make we no go. Me no go dey get problem with Uber drivers.
Okay.
Wey be say they go see me say, hey, see one of them don't they come
honorable.
Now one of them.
I go to introduce you now.
Just come in the fellow way they always come in.
Okay, I dey here without my better fellow.
Yes, better. Make I not be like all those honorable. Oh, no honorable again for this country. Even from their top for Senate, you go the way they talk self, you go no say this one. There's nothing honorable about them.
Oh, Jesus.
So make me I know envy the honorable again. My name now Bamidele Okpeyemi Bill. Where people they call MC Bob Naija. And I hear with David.
That Naija still dey your name, sha. You never decide to come out am.
Any day, anytime, bro. Say
nice one. I dey very happy say we don't come back on top the portmanteau today.
Yes,
this one at the season 2, like we don't announce given us since. This season 2 we tell us say it go dey very very different from the season 1. This one go hot. This one go bring out so many information. Now no say after we don't introduce ourselves like this, now to go collect our coffee. Make we rush collect coffee. When we come back, we will come discuss the first matter where we enter inside the portmanteau today. Bobby, I miss this coffee die. Don't be say I know they drink coffee but no say the one we they drink inside studio here. They get a different kind of feeling for body because when you drink and finish you go call Jija your swagger. Well done. All right, Bobby, the very first matter we enter inside the portmanteau today.
all right.
Nah, waiting I hear where somebody they talk.
Okay.
You understand? Saying catch in papa. They do something when you no ever believe say in papa fit they do. As in he no believe say in papa get that habit. You understand? I know fit talk waiting he say in catch in papa they do. You understand that this one are somebody where they very close to me. Sure you get what I try talk now. So when he can't tell me that thing, now I can't they strike back say sure he gets any habit because he make mention say the thing no even dey for him papa face. Say you no go ever see him papa believe say him papa go dey do that kind thing. Say him just stumble on am mistakenly. Now him catch am dey do wetin him dey do. So that one now say make I carry come on top the portmanteau today. You don't ever catch your parents either together or individually. You understand? Or your grandparents, you know, they engage in a certain habit where you no ever believe say dem go fit they engage themselves in kind habit where be say you know they even show for their face. You understand? Say these people they do this kind thing or this person they do this kind thing. You don't ever catch your both of them, either of them or your grandparents in that kind situation before.
Doctor, a very interesting topic with this one. But unfortunately, I never actually see my parents do any habits. Maybe say I see them say it was strange to me. My mama, her prayer, her habits, her biggest habit, na prayer. So I don't know. My mama they wake up, they pray. She they like prayer.
Okay.
And my papa, I don't know. I've not seen any of them do one, especially my grandparents. Anyway, I still very young when the person wey I know well na my grandmama, my mama, but still I've not seen her. So I believe that me as a person, I've not really seen them do anything.
Okay,
That,
okay, let's no come out from the premise of parents or
Okay.
grandparents. What about uncles, aunties, or acquaintance or family
Okay,
friend, or
okay.
you know person where is senior you,
Yes.
where be say you no ever believe say him go dey do that kind thing.
Okay. It remind me of a story a long time. Get some of my old friends wey be say I dey go their house go stay sometimes. So their grandmother dey their place. The woman was about maybe 89 there about that time.
Wow.
Very old woman. So me I dey always come unannounced. You know those days wey be say phone
No dey.
no dey. So I could just come. I come spend the weekend. Sometimes I dey spend over 1 week for the house. So you can't get this particular day where I come the house. The mama no know say I dey house. And so this mama just kurukere enter kitchen. Just go carry meat for pot. The thing shock me, doctor. I be like, are you serious?
Oh.
So when I come see the mama, I don't want to make that mama feel embarrassed because
Yeah.
I just palm one side. I say, what mama want go do with this meat? And so mama just tiptoe, just go dey chop the meat on her own. Mama clean mouth, wash plate, carry the meat. Now I say, mama, say you for talk say you want chop meat. He say, say no, say I dey around. So another one I know say I don't see elderly person do strange things. Say, you know those things that we they do when we young.
Yeah, wetin children dey do.
You know me they cause it they do am. So I believe say that mama maybe they suffer and she know they chop meat now why she do am.
No, you know say all these
Na habits.
aged people,
Yes.
sometimes they say when they don't grow reach that stage they'll call they behave like small children.
Again.
You understand? Maybe na the baby in that mama na him come out. The small pikin 89 years old. No aware no go to thief meat for pot no go hungry am because every small
But they go
pikin
tell us say you're old though. Say old people
Every-
they chop meat again.
every small
So they no go
pikin
give them.
you know say meat na one thing wey be say despite they say e not too good for old people.
Yes.
Na meat na one thing wey be say e go always hungry you. Meat go always hungry you. Na I no know wetin dey take do meat wey be say no matter your age
E
to
go
chop
chance say
meat
e go
e
just
go hungry you. You know my own experience na when we small where our
Yes.
papa dey carry us dey go home, you
Yes.
know, for Christmas and all those stuffs.
Yes.
You know, so my grandma, my paternal grandma, the woman like me so much.
Yeah.
He like me well because before my father could start having children, it was a huge challenge. You understand? My papa no quick start to dey born. Not be say no quick marry, he quick marry, but the first wife no children, second wife no children, for not be for small years or for long period of years. You understand? Before he come meet my mama, they come marry my mom. You get the gist now. So as he come marry my mom, so as he marry my mom, you know say my mom just take in,
Okay.
come born me. You get
Yes.
me, I can't be boy. So my grandma, I can't be like the Joel of my grandma.
Yeah.
So she loves me so much. So among all of us where we be cousins,
Okay.
if we go village go do Christmas, now only me grandma dey allow enter her room freely. She know because she's a big business woman.
Okay.
She deals in ogiri. You know this ogiri
Yes,
thing.
I know.
She be na ogiri, they be like that yellow something. Is it ogiri?
Ogiri, Yoruba they call ogiri. The one we say be like the one where they put inside soup.
They put her, they take and cook soup.
Like iru body.
Exactly different
Yes.
version of iru.
Yes.
Na be ogiri. So my grandma is the big trader in ogiri, so she dey always get money. So she know they allow people they enter her room anyhow.
Okay.
You know, so because me I get access to her room anytime I like now I just I just run enter grandma room, bah!
Okay.
As I enter, grandma's shock. Wait till I catch grandma to do. Grandma dey sniff taba. Grandma dey sniff taba. I say, hey, that's so she just use her hand cover my mouth. You understand? Say make I no shout. But you know why I fear? Later on, I discover say taba not really did that bad.
Okay.
But wetin make am dey shocking to me and unbelievable to me be say you no go ever see my grandma believe say she dey sniff taba. One, and then when we dey grow we dey see taba as banned substance.
Yeah.
We dey see am the eye wey me take dey look taba
nah.
na like igbo.
Yeah.
So as I catch grandma dey smoke taba boy the thing make it I be one day disappointed say how grandma go dey smoke taba at my very tender age, but na later na dem come make me understand say yeah, say those things normal among their group, say taba no be bad thing already. Na that time na my mind na come down say for my mind so grandma tin fagbo so grandma dey sniff igbo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we don share our own experience. If you get any of such experience, maybe you don catch your parents, either the two of them or individual of them, or your grandparents or anybody where you take in high esteem dey engage in one habit wey you never ever expect say dem go engage in, hit our comment section. Our WhatsApp number dey on the screen now, and then you fit also comment put for our YouTube comment section. All right, then make we take this short break. When we come back, our guest go come enter inside the studio. The matter wey we get to discuss with am, we will carry am come out come dey discuss with am. All right, make una no go anywhere. We dey come back now. All right, now welcome back again. This one is still that program where they tell us say they get in mind to chook mouth for all the matters where other programs them not they fit chook mouth put. Those of now where don't subscribe, give us on top YouTube. We dey thank you now. We say thank you so much for subscribing to us on YouTube. And you where you never subscribe, give us for YouTube. Wait till we do you, we offend you. I beg, search us at the POTMANTO TV on top YouTube. Make you to subscribe, and as you dey subscribe, make you just press that bell button so that you could be among the first set of people who are going to receive every update where we dey drop on top the POTMANTO Today. I dey very excited because I get one of our ogbonge oga inside the building. I tell you before say our guest today na big, strong and reliable man, and a man where person fit call a man of timber and caliber. This one a man where don't spend so much time for the oil industry. This one a man where don't spend so much time with unionism. When we talk about PENGASSAN, Nigeria Labour Congress, he don't take inside. And based on the different things where they happen for inside the petroleum ecosystem, and I make we say this organ 9 words to come, make it come clarify us for some area where we say it be like say as layman, it be like a magic for our ear. We know the understand them as they happen. That is why we carry and come in our very big oga himself. He studied accountancy from Yaba College of Technology, and he pursue another degree for energy and petroleum economics. That one I collect from Delta State University. He not stop there. In a chartered accountant and a chartered tax person too. That what they call CITN. This guy work for ogbonge places. He work with Legacy Texaco Overseas Petroleum Company of Nigeria. That what they call Topcom. He spent 27 good years for that oil company, and then he come from there. He come move enter Chevron. And for Chevron now, he can join PENGASSAN. For Chevron, he no work for low level at all. He work for the higher cadre that they call senior personnel. Them executive member for PENGASSAN. From there, he can become this one of the member of the Central Working Committee for PENGASSAN. I think now they see profile. From Central Working Committee member, he can become a trustee member for PENGASSAN. He can become the national treasurer for PENGASSAN. He not can stop there. Along the line, I think that one around 2011 or so, Oga can contest to become president of PENGASSAN, and a small thing like this, and I just remain. If not be the politics where they happen for Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, make I not talk too much. I get my very own Oga in the building. I they call him chief. Ain't no like make I they call him chief, but today I go still call him chief. Please help me welcome with a round of applause our very own Chief Uka Ethelbert Otusi, MEPE, MBA, FCTI, FCA. Make una help me welcome with a round of applause. Oga, you are welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you, Gabi. Your profile, if person not go school well, to read that go hard.
It is well.
Thank you.
Just to actually correct some this. I started being an executive of PENGASSAN from Topcon. Yes, Topcon. Legacy Topcon.
Okay.
Actually, what happened is that in 2002 we merged with Chevron. Chevron bought over Texaco. So as a Texaco, I was the branch secretary of PENGASSAN branch for Topcon then. So the whole fight in merging, we actually handled the fight. So eventually we merged with Chevron and then continued there because once a comrade will always remain a comrade. The drive, and also I'm not a chief, I'm a pastor anyway. I'm an ordained pastor. I was ordained a pastor in 1995, Bethel Bible Church.
Wow.
Surulere.
Wow.
Actually, I was thinking, how could a pastor be a member of the union? But I heard a message that was talking about apostle in the marketplace, that you can actually be an apostle of God in the marketplace. So that message changed my mind of, the way I look at unionism, and that was why we volunteered to actually salvage what was happening both in the oil industry and in Nigeria. Actually, the drive also was one book I read that talks about the way the West was actually dealing with Nigeria, the Africans, over the oil politics and all those stuff, economic hitman. So I said, no, we have to fight these people. And those are part of the things that was driving us into unionism.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Nice one. Thank you so very much for putting us through. We will go straight into the business of today. Oga Ukao, PENGASSAN, as me and you they talk today now, where then they?
Yeah, that was a nice question. PENGASSAN, where are you? Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, where are you? I think that Comrade Osifo, the president of PENGASSAN today, would have answered that question. But for me, looking at where they are now and looking at what we did, I feel ashamed over what PENGASSAN is doing today. I feel terribly ashamed because when we were there, our mission was not just only to make sure that workers get their due. No, we made sure that Nigerians will have their fair share. In the sense that we don't only fight for PENGASSAN members, but we fight for all Nigerians. I remember in 2008, thereabout, we asked the MD of Chevron to leave Nigeria because we saw in him some racist attitude. Fred Nelson was the name. We said Fred Nelson must go. And we fought it to a point where even the then GMD of an MPC, that's Abubakar, is it Yaradua? Yes, Abubakar Yaradua was the GMD. We got to his point, to his place and all those stuff, and we told him that we want Fred Nelson to leave Nigeria. And what were we actually looking at? The stagnation that was actually happening in Chevron then over Nigerians. The way our people are being maltreated. Even up to a point where our president was called a go-slow president and all those stuff. The way they were looking overlooking our government, I will stuck to our gun, and eventually Fred Nelson had to leave Nigeria. Now, you see, the problem I have is that the union has been bastardized. The union, it's now a little bit politicized. You see, it's either you are there to solve the problem of the workers, or you are there to do other things. What I see now is not just only in National PENGASSAN. Deep down into some of the branches, many people are coming there now as a stepping stone to actually to live a glorified life. Since Oshomole used the ladder of unionism to become governor, everybody thought now that we should actually follow that. To that effect, what many of them are doing now is, let me answer a good boy, so that I will either be promoted or opportunities that will come, I will actually be given a juicy position in the government. And as such, Nigerians are actually really suffering.
Wow.
The workers are really. You see, a capitalist, the IOCs, they are capitalists. A capitalist has no morality. He's not here for tea party. He has actually come to feather his own nest. And there are willful tools, some people who they will actually kind of breastfeed and use them as people they will actually use to oppress others. So today, the National PENGASSAN is not actually doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Many workers are actually suffering under the leadership of PENGASSAN.
Thank you so much for that very elaborate explanation, because when we look at the way things has been going in the petroleum ecosystem, we've discovered that it's just like there is no union, understand. So that would bring me to the next question that I want you to please help us throw some light in. Recently we saw the fiasco between federal government and Dangote Refinery. You understand? It took Dangote to go to the press to start shouting that, look, the refinery is up and doing, but it's not getting crude from his own country. And then it has to take the president's intervention, you understand, to make them start supplying crude oil to Dangote. Now, I want to ask, in that perspective, does PENGASSAN have a role to play even before Dangote come out open? You understand? This thing, I'm sure the union must have been seeing it on the ground, that this is what is going on, this is what is happening. You understand? Does PENGASSAN have a role to play in making sure that domestic refineries get crude, a fair share of crude, as much as their foreign counterparts? Are you understanding me? Yeah. Sorry, sir. Do they also have a role to play, maybe in pricing of finished product? You understand? Because you can also see how the price of petroleum has been skyrocketing. It's not even skyrocketing, they are just adding to it, even like on weekly basis. So does PENGASSAN have a role to play in all this?
Yeah, actually, let me clarify this. Dangote is a businessman. If there is PENGASSAN branch in Dangote, it is that branch that will first kickstart trouble. But the point is that even in that Dangote, he will not agree to have a PENGASSAN, their workers unionized. Why? Because many companies think that the unionists, they are troublemakers. In fact, that was what NUPENG used to be, the strongest union in Nigeria, and bankers were enjoying them until men like Elumelu them and all those stuff tell them that, look, get out of the union, we will make you look good. They start paying the new generation bankers, start brainwashing them, breastfeeding them so that they can catch them like fowl. So many of them pull out. Today, there is no union no strong union in the bank. That's why a banker now can actually be sent a sack letter while you are driving to office. You can receive a text message that your service is no longer wanted. When Nubife were Nubife, that cannot happen. That's one. Two, Nigeria has 4 refineries. Yes. The capacity of the refineries is about 450,000 barrels per day. And that of Dangote is 650,000 barrels per day. So put together, the whole of Nigerian refinery cannot equal to what Dangote has. Now, there are unions in Kaduna refinery, in Port Harcourt, and all those all other refineries that are owned by Nigerians. Workers are there. The welfare of worker can only be guaranteed and protected if there is production, if there is things are actually going on the way it's supposed to go. Now, most of these politicians who have refineries outside Nigeria make sure that Nigerian refineries do not survive, so that they will keep on importing and doing all those nonsense they are actually doing in the name of subsidy, which is a scam. Do you understand? So that was actually the same game that Dangote found himself. Initially, they did not want Dangote to survive, though Dangote is not a saint. He is one of those things we call crony capitalism. Crony capitalism. Those that are actually receiving favor from the government, he's not a saint anyway. But that would have actually been a launching pad to the survival of Nigerian economy. The people that have actually been ruling us, I wonder why a president should call himself the Minister of Petroleum.
I was going to ask that question.
And problem will happen in the petroleum industry, and you are still sitting in other clime. When there is problem like this, you see a minister resign. I say, I can't manage it again, therefore I resign. So those who managed in the past were doing what they call crude swap. So some of the crudes were sold in advance.
Good.
So crude is an international stuff. So it has to obey international pricing and all those stuff. So when you have sold your own in advance, what will you do? Which crude do you have to give? Take for instance, Chevron is in a partnership with Nigeria, and under the deed of agreement or whatever is 60-40. Nigeria has 60%. Chevron will take 40%. Every crude produced, Chevron will take 60% of it. 40% of it, and Nigeria will take 60%. The same applies to their cash calls, the way they actually call cash calls for the operation of the business. Now, if you have actually sold your 60% in advance, and most of them are being lifted by most of these outside countries. If you have sold it, there are many other crude for you to actually refine locally. Ordinarily, I don't see any reason why we will be producing in Nigeria and then we'll be importing refined crude produced here. I mean,
that's a terrible one.
misnomer.
It's an abnormal thing. Thank you so very much, sir. We go just take one short break now. The conversation I tell you say go hot. Our studio self don dey hot pass normal because the way we oga just evaporate here, fear don dey enter our mind already. When we come back, we'll come do the final part of this conversation and then we go close this episode. Make una not go anywhere when they come back now. So now welcome back again. This now still the Portmanteau Today. If you never subscribe, give us on top YouTube. I beg, just enter YouTube now. Search the Portmanteau TV and then sharply go carry our channel come out. Just press subscribe. If you don't subscribe, press that bell button. Once you press and pound, you don't join the VIP list be that too. So anytime any new episode of the Portmanteau drop, you go there among the first set of people where go they receive the alert. We still there inside studio with our ogbonge oga here, Oga Uka Etelbert, a very prominent man in PENGASSAN. He done the review so many things about PENGASSAN, give us things. We just want to round up this conversation so that thing go face other business of the day. Sir, you are welcome back, sir. Thank you. The next issue I want us to deal with is an issue that a foremost lawyer, his son, Olisa Agbakoba, he wrote an article where he drew the attention of Nigerians to some irregularities and some things that is responsible or partially responsible for the fiasco between Dangote Refinery and federal government recently. It's only Dangote Refinery we are talking about now. Meanwhile, there are other private refineries either being developed or that are yet to, or that is already developed but yet to kickstart. You understand? So he talked about the Petroleum Industrial Act, their irregularities. He actually specified on Section 109, subsection 3. You understand? Where he pointed out three things out of that subsection 3. One, he said crude oil may only be sold to holders of crude oil refining license whose refineries are in operation. That is basic. Now, the second one is the one that I'm really concerned about. He said the supply of crude oil shall be commercially negotiated between the supplier and the customer, having regards to the prevailing international market price for similar grades of crude oil. Now, you touched on this a little, but I want you to expatiate on it some more. Like the Dangote scenario, the federal government agreed to sell crude to him in Naira. You understand? And they said that price, they will match it with international rates. Are you getting me now? But you are selling your own product to your own domestic refiner. Why are you applying the international market rates?
Well, the point is this. I think we need to understand the way this market runs. Like I told you, the only way you can say sell to Dangote at whatever you want is if an NPC is refining oil. If it is what they are refining, then is there crude that they can sell to Dangote at whatever they want. But the JVs that had to do with IOCs, international oil companies, whatever activity that is going there is international, is under the international regulations, and it's being actually directed by dollar and whatsoever expenditure heads.
Okay.
So you cannot expect somebody who spend dollar to produce something, and you say because it's your man or in your country that he should actually sell to you at lower than what is in the international market. The only point is that just like in Saudi Arabia and all those, Aramco and all those places, an NPC PL Limited supposed to drill their own oil, not just only what is happening with JVs. If it is what are drilled by JV joint venture in agreement with IOCs, you can't run foul the DOA, the deed of agreement you did with them. That's what you follow, because the lifting of the oil is actually specified in the DOA. So unless you are talking about the 60% that is due Nigeria, but if you sell it that way, are you sure that you will be able to meet up your cash call? So the only point is that NNPC is supposed to drill their own wells, drill it, and then they can sell at whatever price they want to sell. But the issue is this: why are we also particular about Dangote only when Nigeria has 4 refineries? We have refinery in Kaduna, we have in Warri, we have in Port Harcourt, and these are not being produced. They are not run. They are run. Many of the items that are needed there is in dollarized. All the services that are doing wear held or whatever, wear walkover and all those stuff, they are all dollar related. Most of the engineers and people that are doing that, thank God, many Nigerians are growing up in that, but many of them are also expatriates. So for negotiation on how to sell, we determine it should be the market force. It should be the market force. It's not something like you're looking at somebody's face, oh, because you're this, because of that. You want the company to run down. It should be driven by the market force, the forces of demand and supply. I cannot actually produce at X amount, and you say because you are in Nigeria, I should actually sell to you at Y amount. So it should be something that I will, after selling, I should also be in business. But the point I'm making is that this can only be determined otherwise if NNPC Limited is actually producing their own oil. They should own their own wells and produce for their own wells, and will be able to do with whatever they want to do.
Thank you, sir. NNPC must begin to drill. NNPC must have their own wells. NNPC must begin to produce their own oil. And that one will now take me to the next question. Yeah. After this one, we'll just take one more question and then we'll round up this conversation, sir. The next question is about NLC, Nigerian Labour Congress. People have come up with this argument that NLC have lost their priorities, that every now and then they keep going to fight the government for salary increment. But people are saying that is a lost priority, that we don't really, that Nigerian workers don't really need salary increment, but what they need is an improved economy, making sure that the things that are supposed to make life easy in Nigeria, that the government makes provision for them. And not far from that, I think some few days ago, I heard the NLC president saying that, okay, they are changing their focus. Maybe if he has heard what the people are saying, he said they are changing their focus now, that right now they want to begin to hold government, accountable for the refineries that are not working. And I say that, yeah, this is the kind of fight NLC should be fighting. But right now, fighting for salary increment, people are saying it is a misplaced fight. Do you agree with what the people said?
It's not misplaced.
But we saw what happened recently. They increase your salary, and then your salary, they increase other things.
Hold on. The point is that,
okay,
you see, fowl where they lay egg, nyash the penam. You cannot, because look at the template, the constitution that actually created NLC. It's for the workers. International Labour Organization is for the workers. But the point is that you have to grow to the point when you can now look at what will happen so that the generality of the population will actually be comfortable. Do you understand? That they are asking that you should give workers a living wage. That's not wrong.
Okay.
That's not wrong. But the point is that, you see, when you two see lion, it go turn to good.
Not be lie.
That's the problem, because Many of the fights, they are not articulating their points very well. They are not actually mobilizing as to the point that they communicate effectively to the populace. That's why they are actually. You see, we have three maxims in the union circle. We have 3 C's. 3 C's in the union circle. One is consultation, the other one is communication, and then the third one is confrontation. And that confrontation also includes even picketing and strikes.
Okay.
But you don't actually make the confrontation first before consultation, communication, and all those words. In terms of communication, they should communicate to the point where an average somebody in the public will know exactly this is where we are, this is our problem, this is an issue. And the way they are actually doing it, you're doing it as if it's only workers alone. That's why people outside there are crying that what about us? You should actually carry everybody along, both in communication, both in mobilization, both in information sharing. Well, people are hearing only salary, they will say, if it's only salary, what about us? But they do not know that an average worker has about 50 to 60 people tied onto one person. So if you increase the salary of a worker, you are increasing the lifespan and the benefit that accrue to over 50 to 60 people. That's how it's tied. But the point is that they should change their communication. Also, because of when they actually meet government, it looks like something don't happen, and they say, okay, we not do again.
We suspend.
So when you come again, people say, so that they can grease your palm again. They should actually grow beyond that. Caesar's wife should be above suspicion. If they want to fight for the people, let the people know why they are fighting. Not just only, if you see some of the union executive and NLC, PENGASSAN inclusive, some of them are turned to emperors. They are not actually consulting the CWC, Central Working Committees. They are just doing it in silos. That's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to actually mobilize from the grassroots. Not picking 1 or 2 people, okay, let's trouble these people. When you trouble them, they will. I remember at a point, expatriate quota in our client then, before we actually we fought it. People were using it as to collect 1 MBS, one monthly basic salary. Once you make noise, because expatriate, they know that there is expatriate quota, is not right. Once you make noise, they give you something. You close your mouth. In our time, we went and actually dug up the expatriate quota and show it to them and say, look, we are fighting you on this basics. And they saw it, and they said, our national Latin America president, Ali Moshiri, had to come to call us in Abuja and say, look, they are traumatizing Nigeria. They are using expatriate to actually occupy positions Nigerians would have actually occupied. Therefore, our people are dying of trauma and all those things. Okay, what will you do? In that process, we are able to send out of Nigeria 8,000 something expatriates. We converted 300 and something contract employees to permanent employees, and then about 400 and something were promoted. Some got double promotion because of the we have removed the point of stagnation. So that fight should actually be fighting for the common good, not fighting for your pocket.
Wow. Thank you so very much, sir. I wish we can have so much time to talk more, because I am not happy with the way I'm seeing the Nigerian worker, I believe personally that they have not been well and adequately represented by their unions, because when you hear their groanings, when you hear their cries, when you hear their complaints, you wonder what is NLC or PENGASSAN doing. But I'm sure that very shortly we'll be coming back again to have another conversation like this, because this 30 minutes is not enough for us to have, all what we plan to talk about. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank una so una still dey there for us. Now here we go off our generator. Last, don't forget say you be Naija. Anywhere where you dey, make you dey rep this country well. Not follow them put hand for wetin go spoil this country name. Not do drugs because you no get any better thing where they do for body. Oh yeah, now until our next episode, we say make una hold una chest well.